Guys, Diddy is out here sacrificing birds, sacrificing animals, and it's just very ritualistic and bizarre. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali, daily and consistent content. Let's get into something that I definitely want to speak about, and it's these rituals that Diddy is basically revealed to be doing in this documentary about Shine and what he's doing on Hulu. Diddy performed a bird sacrifice hours before he was acquitted on all charges related to the infamous 1999 club shooting with Shine, at least according to Diddy's former bodyguard. The story as told in a new doc about Shine goes like this. Diddy was on his way to court to learn the verdict in his shooting case when he had his driver make a pit stop in Central Park. A man was waiting for Diddy, and when Diddy approached the guy, Diddy dropped to his knees. And smoke started swirling around Diddy. The bodyguard Gene Deal thinks the burning substance was sage. Deal says the guy appeared to have a Bible as he started praying and placing his hands on Diddy before telling Diddy to grab a white bird from a cage. Diddy threw the bird in the air and it dropped to the ground like a brick. The bodyguard said that this was the end of the ritual. The bird was dead and Diddy walked away. Hours later, Diddy was acquitted on attempted bribery and weapons possession charges, a huge relief considering he was staring down 15 years in prison if convicted. Shine, on the other hand, was found guilty of assault, reckless endangerment, as we all know. Deal made the bird sacrifice claims in the Honorable Shine new Hulu documentary. Shine says Diddy made him the fall guy in the case and claims it was all part of some demonic plot by Diddy, allegations that he denies. So this is what basically is being discussed in the documentary. And not only that, but of course, you know, there's a lot more for Diddy, and for the fact that there was a conversation about how Brandy was messing with Shine in some kind of way. Shine and Mace were messing with Brandy at the same time, and they were beefing about it behind Bad Boys' doors. Diddy did not like this because it was messing up the business, is basically what is being said. I never knew that she dated Shine. I'm not really surprised, but I just had no idea. And you know, Brandy was that girl back in the day, so you know, it's not really surprising. Come on, roster. But I don't know. That's also part of the documentary. I haven't watched it completely. Hulu does not air in the UK, so for those of you who have watched it and you think it's an intriguing watch, do let me know in the comment box below. Sacrificing animals, birds in this kind of way is intriguing. I feel like a lot of people sacrifice animals anyways. I don't think it's that deep, to be honest with you. People do it in different religions. They sacrifice stuff, they sacrifice goats or whatever, so it's not that deep to me. But to be on your knees sacrificing and then smoke's coming out is definitely a sight to see. I feel like Gene Deal has seen everything. That man has seen everything, guys. But you got to get into some, you know, kind of emergency information, but it was confirmed as of 7-8 hours ago that there's going to be a hearing. Past 11 p.m. on November 18th, Sean Combs' lawyers wrote in to request the court direct the U.S. Marshals to unshackle Mr. Combs prior to bringing him into the courtroom for tomorrow's hearing and all future court appearances. We write on behalf of our client Diddy to respectfully request that the court direct the U.S. Marshals Service to unshackle Diddy prior to bringing him into the courtrooms for tomorrow's hearing and for all future court appearances. During the conference held on October the 10th, Diddy appeared in leg shackles throughout the entire proceedings without any justification. This was noticed by the press and public. I didn't know that he was in shackles. It is beyond dispute that a defendant may not be tried in shackles unless the trial judge finds on the record that it is necessary to use such restraint as a last resort to satisfy a compelling interest such as preserving the safety of persons in the courtroom. In addition, the concern that shackles will prejudice the jury, the Supreme Court has identified 3 other fundamental legal principles that weigh against shackling: the presumption of innocence and the fact that shackling undermines the presumption of innocence, the Sixth Amendment, right to counsel and participation in one's own defense, and the dignity, and they go on and on, of the individual, which, you know, it does make sense to me. But at the end of the day, was his victims allowed dignity? Were they giving any, you know, time, patience, presence, a chance? They weren't. So it's very funny how Diddy wants the very same that he never gave to his alleged victims. It's very funny that Diddy wants the same that he robbed from his alleged victims. Notice how when I discuss this Diddy stuff, I always bring everything back to the alleged victims, because this is what this whole conversation is about. If there were no alleged victims, there'd be no Diddy case. Diddy would be a free man right now. He'll be doing whatever the hell that he wants to do, a billionaire running around. But because it's about the alleged victims, this is where we need to focus on, not salacious interviews and etc., who people know that's on tapes and what the celebrities are and etc., because we don't know that for fact. So people need to understand that this is about the alleged victims. But basically what I was saying initially to this new topic in this conversation is that it seems that we do have a hearing. Judge Arun ordered the court will hold a hearing on this matter tomorrow, November 19th, 2024 at 3 p.m. in courtroom 15A, unless the parties mutually agree to a remote conference instead. And as of 1 a.m. at that time, there was no agreement of a remote conference. So it looks like it could be in person, and we will see if Diddy is going to be unshackled or not. So that immediate emergency hearing, guys, is happening today. There's going to be updates. We're going to see more court sketches of him today. There's going to be reporters outside the courtrooms in New York today. So a lot is basically going to be happening in discussion to this, and I'm here for it. We're going to see what happens, what the courts say. Surely the prosecution will know that this is coming their way. They wouldn't want to reveal that jail notes and calls and apps and texts were all revealed and were collected in a sweep, and that, you know, Diddy is now going to say mistrial, this is not fair. This is basically what they're going to anchor their point in, which is basically what they've been doing. Surely AUSA prosecution know exactly, AUSA Johnson, prosecution side will know that this is the ammunition that Diddy has, therefore they need to prep for something, because that doesn't make sense. You surely can't be giving somebody an easier plate to deliver of a mistrial. Now we'll see if the shackles will definitely be, you know, taken off. Somebody does ask a lawyer, unshackle him. Why? So he can argue the jury. There'll be no jury for a while, which cuts both ways. The best argument for unshackling is that it may prejudice a jury, so it doesn't apply. At the same time, do prosecutors think Combs will try to run or attack if unshackled in a proceeding without a jury? We'll see. Very interesting. I do think it's a standard request, and I think that objectively Diddy is justified in asking to remove his shackles, because it can give that prejudice to the jury and etc. But do prosecution really think that Diddy's going to get up and attack somebody in the courtroom? I don't think that man is that dumb to do something like that, jump up and attack somebody, which he might do in a fit of rage, because we know that Diddy has an aggressive rage problem and issue. But him doing something like this, attacking somebody in that kind of way, I think will be very crazy for him to do. But I think it's a standard request to ask. You don't want to be shackled. Honestly, I don't think we saw in court sketches him being shackled. I don't think any of us knew that he was shackled. The press, I don't think even knew like that. We just saw his upper body, and that was it, because this trial is, and these hearings, none of it's being televised. So I don't know, maybe you guys knew, but I definitely did not know. So we have a hearing today, 3 p.m. I don't know what time that is. Well, right now it's 2 p.m. here in London, so it's probably like, it's 5 hours behind, so I can imagine something. If it's 3 p.m. here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's going to be 8 p.m. here in London when, you know, the hearing takes place. So I believe by 9 p.m. London time, everything will wrap up by 4 p.m. your time, and hopefully a video will be coming out around then to giving you guys a conclusion of what is going on in this hearing. We've got to stay clued up. Subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It's just one click to subscribe if you guys want to. Send a super thanks if you guys want to, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video. Chaos, 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 guys.